Hey y'all, and I'm back with another video. And by the title, y'all kind of already gonna know what this video gonna be about. Like, soon as it drop, y'all gonna be pressing on it. Like, yeah, y'all gonna be like, what the? But I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna get into the story of basically how I found out that I was 17 and pregnant. Yeah, so I was just at home, you know, whatever. And one day, I was getting into it with my mom and them, like, back to back every day. I was getting into it with my mom and auntie, like, back to back. So I had went to my sister's room and I had stayed in here, and I just was basically like, y'all, I was just in here and I'm just like, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. So I closed the door and I put myself like in here, because if I keep arguing with y'all, I'm not gonna get anywhere, and I'm gonna keep arguing with y'all. That's just what's gonna keep happening, because I'm gonna keep arguing with y'all. Y'all not gonna just keep saying stuff about me. I'm gonna keep arguing with y'all. They kept starting with me, I felt like, and they was nagging at me, and I don't understand why they was nagging at me, but they was. And everybody who, well, not everybody who know me, but everybody who's been around me a lot, like, me and my sister, we do the same thing. If we get really mad and stuff just keeps happening, we'll go to our room. But my mom is not the type to just let you go to your room. She will keep coming in here and arguing with you. But for some reason, my mom just kept telling me, say something. Say everything you feel. Like, I was not playing. Like, it was not going like that. Like, I was saying exactly how I felt, right? So I came in here. And I had came in the room, and I was just in here all day by myself. I was just in here all day sleeping. On and off sleeping on my phone, on and off sleeping on my phone, stuff like that, just to try to just stay away from everything that was going on in the house. So, later on that day, and it was kind of like the evening time, so I texted Kalena, and at that time I had 2 chargers, because my birthday had just passed, so I had just got some AirPods, so I had charger with that too. So I had gave Kalena one of my chargers, but I didn't know where my other one was. So I texted Kalena like, yo, can you bring my charger? So she came in here, and she was like, I don't have your freaking charger, whatever. So me and Kalena will argue for like a few minutes, and it'll be over with. But before we can even really start arguing or figure out if who has what or where a charger is, here come my mama and my auntie storming, rushing down the hallway, ready to come down here and start with me. So they come down here and get into our argument, and they're like, well, does it look good? Yes. But y'all see it in the back? Y'all see that? But yeah, don't worry about the fan. It's dusty. They can see that.
That's y'all in my business.
But me and Kalena, we'll get into it or whatever. And when me and Kalena get into it, we'll be over it in like 5 to 10 minutes, literally, and be back cool, or 15 minutes at the longest if it's a serious argument. And if you really ain't around us like that, then you wouldn't know. Like, my friend Janaya, you're so aggravating when we argue. You're so aggravating when we argue, because she be thinking that we really finna fight or something, or like and sometimes we really will fight, but I promise you it'll be over in a second. Like, just let us hash out our business, because that's just how me and my sister is. You cannot stop trying to get in between it. I hate people do that. And my mama and my family have a habit of doing that, and I feel like a lot of times they'll try to put us against each other in a lot of situations. In this situation too, but like we never do, so like we don't never really worry about it. But so we're getting into it, and my mom and my auntie run down here like so fast. Like, they were ready to come down here and argue with me, like to get into an argument to argue with me. So they come down here and they're like, you've been laid in the bed all day and and something's wrong with you, or you snapping on everybody for no reason, something mentally wrong with you and all of this, you need help and all of this. So, like, I'm just saying, like, no, I'm not just gonna keep letting y'all say stuff to me and keep coming at me the whole day and all of that. Like, so I'm like, me and Kalena is arguing, like, and like me and Kalena is arguing, like, just let it go, like, just shut up talking to me. Literally, that's what I kept saying, just shut up talking to me. I'm arguing with Kalena about our stuff. Stop talking to me. Just stop talking to me. So they just kept going on and on and on and on and on and on. And they're like standing right at this door because I was in here and I was on the bed, on this bed. So they're like just coming at me. So then, yeah, my mom's like, you're laying in the bed all day and all of that. And so then my auntie's like, yeah, and you've been locking yourself in this room all day. You need help and all of this stuff. And then she's like, and you really need to get out of her bed because you've been locking yourself in this room and you're in her room and all this stuff like that. Mind you, anything that me and Kalena have, we share everything. It don't matter if it's a room, or this room, or that room, a clothes, a shoe. We share all of it. So it was just pissing me off. And I was just like, what? Like, you don't even, like, and it was really pissing me off because I'm like, you don't even stay here. You don't even live here. And for anybody to be telling me that something's mentally wrong with me when something's really mentally wrong with you, well, we ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna put nobody's business out on none of that. But I'm just saying, let's speak the truth here. Okay? But you know, people got a good habit of when they know something's wrong with them, they'll try to push it on somebody else. So, whatever. I'm in here and then she comes and she tries to drag me out of my sister's bed. Like, cause she kept saying that stuff. So as she keeps saying it, I'm just like, leave me alone. Like, stop talking to me. You don't pay no bills here. You don't live here. I'm arguing with my sister, arguing with my mom. You don't have nothing to do with this. Like, stop saying stuff to me. Like, y'all, yes, I'm arguing with my sister. I'm arguing with my mom, but I swear it was more like I was arguing with her. Like she was coming at me, like at me. So I'm just not understanding, like, what's your, like, you don't have nothing to do with anything. I'm not saying nothing to you because at this point, like, you don't have nothing to do with this at this point. You get what I'm saying? And she don't really be around like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she recently started, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know, but people be feeling entitled to their own opinion, and that's it is what it is. But when she tried to come drag me off the bed, that's when I didn't have a problem because I'm like, don't put your hand, like, so that's when I'm starting to fight y'all.
Y'all know my words.
I'm starting to fight y'all. Y'all just drag, but I'm little. I'm the littlest one in the house. Like, even now, I'm still the littlest one in the house. But, well, not anymore because my stomach's getting a little big. But, I was the littlest one in the house. Like, my auntie is way bigger than me. Kalena is a little bigger than me. Kalena's not like that much bigger. My auntie's like really bigger than me in height and size.
You're 5'1", I'm 5'3".
Yeah, and my auntie's like taller than me and Kalena.
She 5'7".
Yeah, she's pretty tall. She's tall. I think she's even taller than my mom. Yeah, she's taller than my mom. So my mom and Kalena are short, but like my auntie's kind of a little.
It's
up in
like
height.
me, my mom is girl. We're like short. Like,
I'm the shortest, then Kalena, and then my mom's only a little bit taller. Kalena's a little bit taller than me, and my mom's a little bit taller than Kalena. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Like, I can even put a picture. I'll probably put a picture right here because we actually have a picture standing like that.
We always take pictures.
We have a picture standing like that. So, I'm going to put it over here. Like, I'm going to put it, like, right here. So, I'm going to show y'all our size. But when you have my mom, and I'm not going to put a picture of my auntie here because we're not on terms. So, I'm not going to put a picture and show her size. But I'm trying to describe it. She's a little bit taller than my mom, but she's way slimmer than my mom. But she has a little more, she has way more weight on her than me. So, like, if you know me in person, I probably look like, you know, a regular.
She like weighs like about me.
Yeah, like, and maybe a little more because of her height. Mm-hmm. And but me, I'm really small. I know I probably look like a regular size girl, like in this camera, and y'all probably don't know what my bottom looks like. But if you see me in person, if you really know me, I'm really small. I'm really skinny, and I'm always really skinny. I've always been really skinny, and I hope after this baby I pop back because. But that's a different story. So y'all, after all of that happens, my auntie's trying to drag me out of the room, and as she's trying to drag me out of the room, my mom started helping her because like my mom was mad at me, and my mom's the type, if she's mad at you, you don't really know what she's gonna do or what she's gonna say. Yeah, that's just how my mom is. You don't know what she's going to do, what she's going to say, if she's going to tell you to get out, if she's going to throw all your stuff out of your drawers, if you don't know what she's going to do, if she's going to throw something at you, if she's going to fight you. You don't really know what she's going to do. But yeah, just be prepared for anything. So, so after all of that, she's like trying to drag me out of the room, but at first, she couldn't do it by herself. My auntie couldn't do it by herself because, like I told y'all, she's bigger than me, but she can't do it by herself. Like, even if, say for instance, my mom was just trying to drag me out, I'm really small, like, and they're bigger than me. I could move out of their arms. I'm hitting them. Well, I'm hitting my auntie, and like Kalena definitely. Kalena's ain't no much. She ain't that much bigger than me, and Kalena wouldn't try to drag me out of the house anyway. So when they were trying to drag me out the house, she couldn't do it by herself, and like she was hitting me. So I was like hitting her back, like, because at this point, like, I can't really explain. I'm not gonna explain everything that happened up to it because this story will be way too long. But like a whole bunch of stuff was happening up to this, like with my mom and my auntie, like way before this. And it was just like a few days of arguing and fighting. So yeah. And so all of that is going on, and they're trying to like drag me out or whatever. So don't just think I'm just hitting on my family. Don't be like that, okay? Okay, if somebody hits you, you gonna hit them. Okay, and especially when I didn't know I was pregnant, I was not playing. I was not letting nobody play with me. If you said something to me that I did not like, and I didn't care. I didn't even want to argue. I wanted to fight. No, just don't touch me. Like, just get out. Don't touch me. Don't say nothing to me. Like, and they just kept going. So by this time we're in the hallway, and she couldn't do it by herself because like we were fighting basically. So my mom comes, and my mom's helping her drag me out. So I'm hitting both of them now. So I'm hitting both of them and fighting both of them, and which is something normal for me, but it would have took a lot more. And them dragging me out the house, I would have just walked out if I wasn't pregnant, and if I felt like it. Like, I would have just walked out. If my mom would have told me to get out, I would have just walked out. But like, my mom started helping her like throw me out of the house. So mind y'all, but I wasn't getting out because I only had a shirt on. I had a big overall shirt on. It was my mom's shirt. I be wearing my mom's clothes when I go to sleep and stuff, and when I'm just around the house. I had her big shirt on with just drawers on, no bra, no nothing. Sorry to be a little explicit, but I just gotta give y'all all the details. So I'm in the hallway, and I'm just telling them, like, can I at least put some pants on? Can I get some jacket? Can I get my clothes? Can I get my stuff? So they were just like, no. I kept fighting them, and I could not put no pants on. By this time, I'm already outside, and I'm still fighting them. My auntie, she had tried to throw something at me, and she tried to push me, like, because I had sat on the, on, like, the steps in my house. Like, there's some steps and a bench right in front of my door. And I had stayed on that, but my mom was like, get off her property and stuff like that. So I picked up the fake plant, and I threw it. I didn't throw it at nobody. I just threw it. So then my auntie comes, and she throws a empty, I don't know what it was. It was like an empty vase, maybe for a plant. I don't know. And she threw it at me. So we start fighting again. In the rain. It was pouring outside. So we start fighting. She's trying to push me out in the rain. She already done. She keeps pushing me out in the rain. So here come my mom, and my mom's pushing her. Here come my mom, and she's just like, stop hitting her, stop hitting her, stop hitting her, stop hitting her. I'm like, she keep hitting me. She keep hitting me. No, she keeps hitting me. I'm not finna keep letting her hit me. So, and I'm not finna let none of y'all just keep hitting me. Like, I'll let you slide a few times. Like, I was letting my auntie slide a few times. I was letting my mama slide a few times. I wasn't really hitting my mom. I was kicking her, because every single time she was hitting me, I was sitting down or something. So she'll be like hitting me like this, and I'll be falling, and I'll be like, move, stop hitting me. So look at me showing y'all demonstrations. But so after all of that happened,
Did you see me?
No.
Okay.
So after all of that happens, I'm outside, and we're fighting in the rain. So she keeps pushing me out in the rain. So they went in the house, and I just stood in the rain so that way that they would go in the house and just leave me alone at this point. After they went in the house, I came and sat on the step. They kept coming out there asking me stuff. Like, they were like, why are you still on the property? Why haven't you called a ride? Da, 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 da. Y'all, I did not have nobody to call. Like, at this point, I did not have nobody to call. Like, so I was just aggravated. Like, I'm just like, at this point, I'm aggravated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm aggravated. Like, just leave me alone. Just stop saying stuff to me. I'm going to figure out somewhere to go. And I'm just like, but before that, I need to get my stuff. So they keep asking me why I'm still on the property. And my mom, even my mom, y'all, and I was surprised, but my mom was probably like really mad at me. But I'm just like, you don't do this. So I'm outside, and I'm just like, where do you expect me to go with just a big oversized t-shirt on, no bra, no clothes, no pants, no shoes. And people around here getting sex trafficked and, oh, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. People around here getting kidnapped and stuff, y'all. And I'ma just say it, okay? People around here going missing and stuff and don't know the reasons and all of that. I'm not finna walk or leave, and I don't have nowhere to go, and I don't even have no clothes. So all of that kept happening, going on. So by this time, some time goes by, and as I'm outside, they keep coming outside, and my auntie tries to spray me with the water hose to tell me to get off the property again. And I look at her, and I grabbed that thing out of her hand, and I threw it. Because y'all already done pushed me out here in this rain. And I'm already soaking wet with just a t-shirt on. No shoes. I've been fighting y'all with no shoes, no pants, just a shirt. And I'm soaking wet. The shirt is now soaking wet because I was fighting y'all in the rain, and I had to stand out in the rain just for y'all to leave me alone. So I grabbed it out of her hand and I threw it. And so then we start fighting again. And yep, we just start fighting again. And then all that happened. She pushed me out in the rain again, and she went inside, and she was just like, go. You say you don't have nobody and all of this stuff. Here go my mama. You say you don't got nobody and nobody do nothing for you, so go. All of this stuff. And I'm just like, and I will. And I will. And I will. As soon as I get my stuff. Okay? As soon as I get my things, I will go. So I'm just waiting to get my stuff, and I just can't get my stuff. So after all of that goes on, I'm just to the point where I'm just trying to find any place to go. So why are the dogs barking? After all of that happens, I end up sneaking in because they finally left me alone for a while, and I ended up busting open the door and just coming back to the room. I didn't say nothing to nobody. So I come and I'm packing up my stuff, and as I'm packing up my stuff, my auntie's called the police on me because she told me that the police was the only way that I was gonna, I think she was already calling the police because she said the only way that I was gonna be able to come in there and get my stuff is if the police escort me. So we started fighting again? Yeah. Oh yeah. So okay. So I come in here and I get my stuff. So this is when she really calls the police, because I come in here and I get my stuff, and I'm trying to get all my stuff and all of that. My mom, they keep saying shit to me, like stuff to me. Sorry. They keep saying stuff to me. So I'm just aggravated, like they keep saying stuff to me. So I'm grabbing my stuff, and
that shit was kind of funny though, because we was fighting because we both didn't want each other to think.
So I don't know. Kalena had came in the room and said something to me while I was getting some shoes from under the bed, and I looked at her. And I was like, well, no, she didn't say it to me, but she was like making a subliminal message to, I don't know who she was talking about. So I looked up and I was like, who are you talking to? So my job, I'm mad. I'm like, who are you talking to? She's like, and I'm talking about you too, because da 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 da. So then I started going off too, and Kalena was like, well, I don't care, I'll fight you. So, you know, me and Kalena, we both about the same person. We just start fighting. So me and Kalena starts fighting, whatever. But then this is where it gets crazy. My mom came and she decided to try to hold me and talk about, let her whoop her ass. Y'all, I can't tell y'all how many times me and Kalena done fought, and that is not the point. But why in the heck are you trying to come, y'all, at this, me and Kalena's fighting, my auntie and my mama trying to come jump. I'm like, y'all is grown. And me and Kalena are having a disagreement and we're fighting. What are y'all trying to come and jump on me for? Like, I was pretty much getting jumped the whole day. And I'm not saying that Kalena jumped me, because me and Kalena were fighting first. And after they start coming and jumping, the Kalena had stopped fighting me and she had like walked to the door. And she was just like, stop hitting her. And then that's when Kalena, like, she started getting tired of it, because me and Kalena will fight each other, but like, don't be fighting Kalena. And don't be fighting me. So then Kalena was just like, stop fighting her, stop hitting her and all of that stuff. So, but nobody was stopping. So my auntie had left, and she finally had got off me. Well, she couldn't like get my mom off me. I had to kick my mom off me, and then that's when my auntie had went and called the police. So I was just grabbing my stuff, and I was just like, this is where I start feeling sick, and I felt tired, and I'm not like that. I'll fight all night. I don't care, y'all. Me and my mama and all of us, we got a lot of energy to fight. We will fight 3 days in a row all night. But that day, I had to sit down on the floor because they wouldn't let me get on the bed because they kept saying I needed to pack my stuff. So I sat on the floor and I was just like trying to breathe. Like I couldn't catch my breath. So I'm just like, bro, I do not want to be here. Like I'm ready to go. I'm on my phone texting, trying to find people to come and get me. And so I'm just like, bro, I do not want to be here. Like I do not want to be here. My auntie on the phone telling them people I'm suicidal. Y'all. She told them that I'm suicidal. My mom made it seem like something was mentally wrong with me. So the ambulance ends up having to come because regardless of anything, y'all, they have to do their job. And if they say if anything happens like that, like they don't know what you mean. So they just have to take you to the hospital anyway. So when the ambulance and the police came in, they're just basically like telling me you got to come with us because they told us, you know, basically that you said that you didn't want to be here. We don't know what you meant. We don't know if you're suicidal. And you seem really like emotional right now and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I'm emotional because y'all don't know nothing that went on before y'all got here. But whatever, they had to do their job. Eventually, like I wasn't mad at them. But at first I was just arguing back with them. I'm like, so y'all just have to take me. Like, what is me going to the hospital gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is me going to the hospital gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And anybody who knows me know when I say I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this house. I don't want to be in this room. I don't want to be in Georgia. I don't care. Send me out of the state. That's how I was feeling. So, and I be feeling like that a lot, but sometimes I just don't say it. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like, I do not want to be here, bruh. Hate it here. Y'all know y'all be feeling like that too, but whatever. So then the ambulance and them come, and then I'm just arguing back with them. I'm like, so what is that gonna do for me? Like, what is me going? Like, that's not. I don't need help with any of that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need help I'm not suicidal. I don't need that type of attention. I don't need that type of help. And they were just like, we understand and da 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 da, but we have to take you and all of this stuff, right? So then the lady tells me, you have a choice to come with us, or you can go with them. So I had a choice to go to the hospital or go to jail. And I was just like, okay, well, bitch ain't finna go to jail, so I'm just gonna have to go with them. And my mom and them, they weren't saying nothing. They sat in the living room and acted like they was fake hurt about everything, and they wasn't. So, and that's just the truth. That's just facts, period. I don't care how nobody feel about that. But, because I know my mom gonna be feeling that way, I don't care. But that's facts, though. Because she sat in that room and knew. And what really makes me mad is that don't try to make it seem like something's just mentally wrong with somebody. And my mom and them know it's not nothing mentally wrong with me. Well, I don't know about my auntie because she's a little off. But my mama know it's not something mentally wrong with me, period. She know it's not something mentally wrong with me. So instead of her trying to make it seem like something's mentally wrong with me, she should have tried to see what was really wrong with me. She could have taken me to the hospital herself and be like, hey, can y'all see if there's something wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can y'all just check her out? You get what I'm saying? Then from there, you get what I'm saying? But just sending somebody like something's mentally wrong with me and I never gave anybody a hint that there's any other time in my life that there's something mentally wrong with me. It's just crazy, right? So I ended up going to the hospital and I go by myself and I told them I don't want none of them to be there. I don't want none of them to talk to me. My mom kept trying to call me. I don't want to talk to you because you had a chance to stick up for me and you didn't. You went along with stuff because what people do is people let anger get the best of them, and people let anger let them do a whole bunch of stuff. Like people do so much stuff out of anger and just don't think. Like they just don't think. Like she was so mad at me and so trying to argue with me and just be on my auntie's side because she was mad at me that now she just wanted to talk to me and I didn't want to talk because you had a chance and you just let anger get the best of you. So whatever. The only person that I would have talked to from the house was Kalena, but I didn't have my phone. So I'm in the ambulance or whatever, and I'm going to the hospital. As I'm in the ambulance, they're asking me, they're like, they're like, so, they're asking me a bunch of questions. What's my name, date of birth, all of that. I'm telling them all my info. She said, she was asking me, did I do any types of drugs, da 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 da. And, you know, I'm telling all of them, I don't do nothing but smoke the gas. You get what I'm saying? So, she was like, have you done that in the last 24 hours? I'm like, yeah, probably a little earlier today. So, she was just like, okay, that's fine. So, whatever. I get to the hospital, and they end up having to take my blood and do a whole bunch of stuff and ask me 1,001 questions. Like, they kept asking me, and they took me to the psych thing. Like, they took me to the psych area. I forget what it's called. It's psych zone. So, they took me down there, and, like, I was just trying to be strong through the whole situation, because at the end of the day, I didn't have no choice but to go. I didn't have a choice to go, stay, where I was going to go, nothing. It was all off what somebody said about me. You get what I'm saying? And what if your parent is following up with that, you're going. Like, you're going. So, I didn't really have no choice to do anything. So, after all that happens, I get there, and I'm just like, ugh. They're asking me how much questions. Have you ever have you ever had the thought of hurting yourself or others? All of this stuff. Have you ever thought about harming yourself? I'm just like, no. I'm answering all the questions. No, ma'am. Like, no. I don't need to be here. What else do you want me to say? Like, no. So, nah, y'all. I wasn't saying I didn't want to be here. I was just answering any question that they asked me, because I did not want to. The slightest thing you do, they'll try to make it seem like something wrong with you. So, and being in that situation, you don't know what you're going to say or do that's going to make them feel like you need to stay there or you need to be there. So, I wasn't saying nothing but answering any question. I wasn't talking unless I was spoken to, literally. So, they kept having to take my blood and all of that. So, I'm there for about maybe an hour and something. Like, I'm over there for like an hour, and they come back and they're just like, okay, we need to take more blood and stuff like that, which I'm already figuring that they're gonna have to keep taking blood, because I know my iron is low, and my hemoglobin gets low. I be getting kidney infections, a whole bunch of stuff. So I just knew something was going to be wrong, like health wise. So, and yeah, I knew that my blood was gonna be low, and I knew a whole bunch of stuff. So they were like, my blood is low and all of that, and they were just like, okay, so they needed to take another thing of blood. So they did, and after that, I'm sitting there and I have my mask on. So they took my mask off and they gave me the COVID test. It came back negative, all of that, which I knew I don't be going nowhere. I don't be doing nothing, literally. So after all of that happens, later on that night, and it's getting kind of late, she comes back and well, I'm sorry, y'all, skip this part. When they're asking a whole bunch of questions, they're asking you what type of drugs have you used, when was your last period, all of this stuff. They have to ask you all these questions. So then she was like, have you recently been sexually active? And I was just like, no ma'am, all of this stuff. And so yeah, I answered all of that. So then she comes back, lady comes back and is like, your test is positive. And I was like, my what? My what? She was like, your test is positive. I was like, my what test? Like, my what test? She was like, your pregnancy test came back positive. And I was just like, huh? And she's like, congratulations. I'm like, what? Like, y'all, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, so here goes the other lady, because you cannot be by yourself when you're on suicide watch, and that's what they call it for when you have to be watched the whole time that you're at the hospital. So I was on suicide watch, and you can't be by yourself. So the lady was like, why'd you lie? And I'm looking at her, I'm like, you think I'm lying? You think I lied? I'm telling y'all everything. I'm telling you the only drug that I've used in the last 24 hours. I'm telling you everything. Sweetheart, I have not been recently sexually active. Like, I'm telling her, and it made me mad because, sweetheart, I'm not lying, okay? Go run the results. So, in my mind, I'm sitting there, and she was just like, okay, well, we could give you a blood test because, the P test might not be accurate. But I'm knowing in my head, y'all, them P tests most of the time be accurate. 80% accurate, okay? So I just went ahead and told her, I was like, y'all can do the blood test, but I believe you. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, I'm crying and all of that. Well, not in front of her, because I didn't want to make it seem like nothing was mentally wrong with me. Even though I just had found out I was pregnant. I'm just like, I'm not doing nothing in front of these nurses. Like, no. So, y'all, I'm sitting there trying not to cry, trying not to anything, because, I didn't know what I could do, what I couldn't do, if they was going to make it seem like something was wrong with me or anything. And all that. So I'm going through all of that, and they come back and they tell me that my hemoglobin is low and that they have to do a blood transfusion, which I usually have to have those. So they had to move me out of the site to a regular room, and they were just like, hopefully that's better for me, because they only had recliner chairs in there because there were so many other people in there. Like, all the rooms were filled. So I was in one of the chairs. So they were just like, this better probably be more comfortable for you and stuff like that. So they moved me in there, and that's when I had got 2 blood transfusions, because the first time I got a blood transfusion, my blood kept going up and then dropping and up and dropping, and my hemoglobin kept dropping up and down, up and down. So they gave me another one, and then it finally stayed up, and they gave me different pills because my iron was low and my potassium was low, so, which is normal for me. That's why I be feeling tired and stuff like that. So yeah, so the lady was telling me she sees why I didn't know that I was pregnant, because, well, she said this after the fact, but she was like, I see why you didn't know you were pregnant, because you've already had these problems before, and all of the symptoms that you're telling me you had was the same symptoms from this. So yeah. But the lady just kept trying to make it seem like I was lying. So I'm sitting there, and first of all, I'm crying because I know that I'm not just no week. I'm not just no month. I'm not just no 2 months. I knew I was at least over 2 months, and I didn't remember exactly how long, but me and the father of my child was not talking because he tried me with his best friend, whatever they had going on, whatever. Look, I ain't even gonna get into it, but he tried me, and yeah, we wasn't, yeah. So yeah, they was doing, look, whatever they had going on was whatever they had going on, and I had found out about it late, and I was mad, which I already had a feeling, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't cool. So I'm already, so you know what I'm saying, I'm not these females. I can't just do stuff with somebody, and like, if like I know that they doing stuff. You get what I'm saying? It's not even that. I don't care if if I find out you texting somebody. You don't even got to be licking. You don't even got to be seeing. You don't even got to be hunching. I don't care. If I find out you're doing any little thing, I'm not going to, no, we're not going to be doing anything. Anyways, I'm not the type to be doing stuff all the time. Like, I don't really too much. sex is very much overrated to me. So, yeah, that's just my opinion, though. So, hold on, y'all. Let me get a sip of my drink. I'm thirsty. I'm cute, huh? Oh, okay. So after all of that happens, we weren't on terms. So I'm just like, I know for a fact this is like months ago, like months ago, like. But I couldn't calculate in my head how far along it was. You know, all you could do in your head is guess how far away it was. So I was telling her, she was like, when the last time? I'm like, at least 2.5 months or so, right? The next day, the next morning. So I at least knew that I was far along. And I couldn't talk to nobody. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have my phone. They didn't let me use a phone. So, I couldn't talk to nobody. I couldn't tell nobody. Couldn't call a friend, you know. Shout out to Janaya and Journey, because I love them. They're my dogs. They're my babies. And my best friend, Denisha and Cece, all of them, like, when I finally was able to talk to them, they made me feel so much better. But when I couldn't really talk to nobody, I was just like I was in the hospital, just like, ugh. My mama didn't know. I'm the only person who knew. The father of my child didn't know. Like, I'm just like I don't know what to do here. So, which I knew I didn't have a choice to do anything, because at this time, well, like, at this point, I knew, like, I was like far along. You get what I'm saying? But I know that you, after 3 months, you can't really do anything. But anyway, I don't have the heart to do nothing like that. Like, I'm not against anything. I'm not against females doing whatever they do when they find out they're pregnant, because that's the whole life changer. That's, look, and I never had no problem with none of that. But I just, I be joking. And I know I probably done joked on Facebook before, like, you know, but I could never. My heart won't let me do nothing like that. But, so, and this gonna be a long video, but stick with me, okay? Because the tea, okay? So, after I find out, and I'm in there getting my blood transfusion, I really didn't have nobody to talk to, and I'm just like, that's how I was, y'all, for real. I ain't even capping. So I'm in there, and after everything happens, I couldn't talk to nobody. I didn't have a phone. So days go by, and then they come in there, and they're just like, and y'all, oh my God, it was so ghetto. They was changing, you know, a shift change for doctors, like when they're changing doctors at nighttime or something. Y'all, they're changing doctors, and they're like, her name is Mobley. She's this and this years old, and well, I'm 18 now. I found out when I was 18, but I got pregnant when I was 17. My birthday had just passed, and I had literally, my birthday was like 4 days ago when I went to the hospital. And so they're like, happy late birthday, and I'm just like, thank you. Like, y'all, it's crazy. So yeah, all of that's happening. And they're just like, she's a positive donor, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's so ghetto. Oh my God, like, y'all, it was crazy. So they kept asking me could they talk to my mom, and I was telling them no, because I didn't want them to talk to my mom. Like, I'm just like, what is gonna benefit me if y'all talk to the person who sent me here? I didn't know her intentions. I didn't know anything, because at this point, like, they're the reason that I was there. So, and they try to deny that too, but they were the reasons that I was there. They're like, you're only there because the way you're acting. Whole time they didn't know I was pregnant. I only knew. I didn't know before I went to the hospital. I promise you. Especially because I didn't do anything in months, and I didn't have any signs. Like, I was still, I'm not going to explain, like, my period, but yeah. So, anywho, I'll do a Q&A after this video and answer any questions that anybody has. I would definitely do a Q&A. I'm gonna do a video with Kalena with her reaction, because I was not with her when she found out. And I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a few videos, okay? I'm gonna do some videos and clear up everything. Y'all, in the comments, let me know what videos y'all want to see, any questions y'all want me to answer, all of that. Inbox me. I'm gonna leave all my social medias in the description, and Kalena's. So if y'all have any questions to her, she'll do a Q&A as well. But I'm gonna do a video with her already, so yeah. And so I'm in the hospital, and I have found out, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I didn't know what to do. So the first person that I told, it took, I think it was like 3 days. Yeah, it was like 3 days before I could have a phone. So the day that I had got a phone, it was late that night when I first got a phone. That third day that I was there, I was in the hospital for 6.5 days. I was the 7 days when I went home. And did you miss me? Yeah, Nina said she missed me. You know, it's only us two. It'd be boring. But yeah, I was in there for, it felt like forever, because I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't have my phone. All I could do was watch TV. HGTV, you know, the shows where they flip houses and stuff. That's what kept my that's what kept me alive, I swear. But I love that type of stuff anyway. So yeah, but I mean, it really showed me like a lot of stuff. It opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, because it was just crazy. Like, you never know what somebody's gonna do out of anger, and it just made me want to remove myself from like around family and stuff like that. Even though it's your family, like, it just made me want to move myself. Not Kalena though, but yeah. So yeah, I was just mad that I couldn't tell Kalena myself, but like, I knew that it was gonna be my mom telling her, so it really, you know. But still, me and Kalena are really close, so I was like, I want to call her. But was your phone even on then? I don't think so. Sorry, y'all. I didn't have her phone number. I couldn't even have her phone number to call her. But so the first person I called, well,
yeah, it was actually.
It was. And so I didn't have her phone number. I didn't have nobody's phone number. But that day, I had texted the father of my child, and I had told him that I was gonna go to the hospital. He had a few things still here at my house, so I was like, "Come get this stuff or whatever." And so yeah, and he knew that I was going to the hospital. By the time he had got here, I was getting in the back of the. He tried to talk them out of taking me to the hospital. He wasn't. I tried to talk myself out of going to the hospital. He couldn't do nothing. So, after all of that happens, as I'm in the hospital, every day that I was in the hospital, he was calling them, but I didn't know. And they couldn't, while I was getting a blood transfusion, I couldn't, I couldn't talk to nobody because I had so much hooked up to me and stuff. Like, I wouldn't have been able to even hold a phone to my ear. So, like, I had IVs. I had 2 IVs in this arm and 1 in this arm. So, I wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. And I was just feeling like I was crying off and on. I was just crying. And they were just like, are you okay? Like, the nurses and stuff, you know, because after being in a room with me, like, they'll realize the type of person I am and hearing me talk and talking to me and stuff. Because I didn't have nobody else to talk to, so I was getting close with the nurses. Every time I had a new nurse come in, we'll get to know each other about the first hour that we're in there and we'll be talking. So they're just like, are you really supposed to be here? Like, why are you in here? So I'll have to explain the whole story to them, and then they're like, oh. And then, like, most of them have babies already. So they're like, why would they do that? They didn't know that you were pregnant and stuff like that. I'm like, no. And they're just like, well, I was acting worse than that when I was pregnant. So, like, they're telling me their stories and stuff. And they made me feel better, too. But it's still, like, I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to leave the hospital. I didn't care where it went. Like, so, yeah. But I would have called Journey. Journey, I would have called you, and I would have came to your house. I would have went to Journey. I would have went to Journey. Come get me, girl. So, later on, the next day, this is the second day. The third day is when I got to use the phone, and I didn't get to use the phone till late that night, and I only got to call one person. So, the second day that I was there, my mama is so loud, y'all. Please excuse her when she walked down this hallway. Please excuse her. So, the second day that I was in there, that's when they came back and they told me how far along I was. And I was actually way off. You know how I said I was like 2.5 months? No, I was 3.5 months. So, I was way far along making any decision from what I wanted to do. That was far off window. So, yeah, I'm 4 months now. Cause it's been like 3 weeks, so I'm probably 4 months in 1 week, or going on 2 weeks. So yeah, and yup.
Don't look at me,
That's pretty much. Yeah, I'm 4. Yeah, I'm 4 months in 1 week, I think. Or I don't know if I'm 4 months until this whole month is over. I don't really know. But it's somewhere in March. I'm 4 months, I think. I think I'm 4 months. Because when I found out that I was 3.5, it was the second week of February. So by the end of that, I was probably 4 months. So I think I'm 4 months in 1 week. And then by the end of this month, I'll be 5 months. So I think that's just what they told me until I really know my date, you know, that I'm having a baby. I really don't know. But so after all that happens, you guys know the third day comes, so I'm just like, I was way off, you know. I'm just like, I'm way far along, which I knew. And like in the back of my head when they told me I was pregnant, I'm just like, whew. Like, I know I'm, you know, far there. Like, I'm far there. So, I'm just like, how did I not know? So, when I was in the hospital, my stomach was flat. I'm talking about flat, okay? My stomach is flat. I have a flat stomach. Now my stomach is not so flat. It's like poking out just a little bit. And, yeah. But then my stomach was flat. And my stomach did not start getting big until, like, the end of last week. I, like, popped. I woke up and I was like, my stomach looked big. I asked Kalena. Kalena was like, you look big. But, yeah. So, that third day, they let me use the phone at, like, 9 o'clock that night. And, you can't use the phone after 9:30. So, I just basically called, the father of my child. And I was just like, hey, I'm pregnant. And that's exactly what I said. Y'all was so mad. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all like I wasn't mad, because I was mad. I was mad at myself. I was just mad. And I was mad. And I was not only mad at myself, I was mad at him because I'm just like, we ain't on terms, like, you know what I'm saying? So, close the door, please. Okay, so y'all, I'm sorry, I'm back. So y'all, whatever. I called him and I'm just like, I'm pregnant. And yeah, y'all, so we went on terms or whatever and all of that. And I was so mad. Like I told y'all, I ain't gonna cap too much cap to you. Like, I was very much upset. Yeah. So yeah, I told y'all I was upset, all of that. Like, I'm just mad. Like, I was just upset. It was just too much going on. I'm just like, is you serious? Serious? Y'all was so mad. So yeah, I was just like, I'm pregnant. Straight like that. We don't have nothing else to talk about. I'm pregnant. Okay. So after all of that happened, he was just basically like he was really supportive of everything and all of that, which I expect him to. That's not none of the problems. Like, he's very much supportive, all of that. So then that's when he was like, when I first told him, he was like, okay, so how many months you is? Cause like we both already knew, like it's months from now. And I was just like, I was like, they told me I'm 3.5 months pregnant and all that. And so he was just like, damn, man, I'm gonna have to get, you know, he's just saying everything he's gonna have to do. And I'm just like, yeah, cause I'm gonna have to get on my too. Like, we both gonna have to get on our stuff. But y'all, that's besides the point. He gonna get on his stuff, period. And he was already on his shit, you know what I'm saying? Definitely can't knock that, but he definitely tried me. Tried a bad bitch. Do you see me? Tried a bad bitch. Really, really tried a bad bitch. Not no look, try a bad bitch, okay? But anywho, so all of that happens, and after this is going on, then yeah, I just had to tell him everything that happened, and I basically updated him, and I was just like, that's it. That's all I know right now. I can't have no visitors up here. And I was just basically, I don't want no visitors up here. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Like, especially in the beginning, like, I didn't want no visitors. Now, around the end, after I was eating that hospital food for a few days, I was like, hey, could somebody bring me some food? Some food, please. Like, I wanted some food. I wanted some real food. But I couldn't eat no food until I left. Because I couldn't have no visitors while I was there. I couldn't talk to nobody or whatever. So, the next day, I called my mom. And I told my mom, but I didn't want my mom to tell his mom because he went ahead and told me that he wanted to tell his mom first. Like, that he wanted to be the one to tell her, not my mom be the one to tell her. And I didn't think that my mom was going to tell her. So, I'm going to tell y'all the lame stuff. I'm not going to go really into detail, but I'm going to tell y'all some stuff that my mom did. So, after all of that happens, then
hi guys.
After all of that happens,
I look ugly.
Then so after all of that happens, that's when the next day I told my mom, and I called my mom, and it really wasn't just me telling her, because at this time I'm just already getting into it with my mom, because I'm getting into it with her about everything that's happened. Like, I'm just like, she's just like, so she's trying to ask me all these questions, and I'm just like, what are you asking me all these questions for? She's like, when are you getting out? I'm like, I don't know, you're the reason I'm in here. Y'all are the reason I'm in here. Well, not y'all, not my sister, but I'm like, y'all are the reason I'm in here and all of that. So I'm like, y'all are the reason I'm in here and all of that. You're welcome. So yeah, all of that's going on. So after everything, I'm just like, just don't talk to me. We're getting into it on the phone because she's just in denial about everything, and I'm just like, stop denying it. Like, y'all know exactly what just happened a few days ago. Like, I don't have anything to make up. I'm not lying. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it was just making me really mad. And then, so after all of that happens, that's when I basically, at the end of the argument, like, she was more trying to argue with me, and I was trying to get to a point where I could tell her, and I couldn't. So right before she hung up the phone, I was just like, okay, well, Mom, I'm pregnant. Like, there's no way I could tell you I'm pregnant. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was just like quiet, and then she was like, what? I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, what else you want me to say? And then she's just like, she just keeps going on. She's like, just like, you been acting crazy and da 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 da. So I hung up on her, and I didn't want to talk to her. As long as she knew, that was just all she just needed to know. At that point, I just felt like I was mad at her and stuff, but y'all, this bra making me look huge, and I'm not huge. I promise y'all, this just, oh, it don't look that big right here. Let me stand like this. So after all that happens, then yes, it do. Y'all, am I tripping? Cause it really don't look like this in person. It just look like this in the camera. Definitely don't look like this in person. I'm looking in the mirror. But so after all of that happens, then that's when I was just telling her, I was just basically like, I can't really, I'll have Kalena explain her reaction when me and Kalena do our video, but I can't really tell y'all her reaction because we weren't on terms and we weren't talking, and I was not here at the house. I was in the hospital and I had no contact with nobody, couldn't see nobody, none of that. So yeah, I just wanted her to know, and that's it. She was just still in denial about everything. She was not admitting anything. So after that, that's when she really started feeling bad and really started blowing up my phone, and I didn't want to talk to her. Me and my mom really didn't talk until the day that I left the hospital, because she was the only person that could come and get me. But I'm telling y'all, I'm not even gonna cap to y'all, if she did not have to come get me, she would not have been the one to come get me. Like, I would have had a friend come pick me up. I promise you. Like, I would have Journey, call you Janaya, Cece, can one of y'all come get me from this hospital? For real, that's what would have happened. But yeah, so all of that was going on. After all of that, I ended up being able to leave that last day. She was the only person that they kept letting me leave with, but it took a minute for everything to get back normal with like my mom and them, because I didn't really want to talk to nobody. None of them, nobody still to this day has admitted any of their wrongs. Like, and they're not going to, especially my mom. My mom is a very quiet person, and she's not gonna say she's wrong about anything. She always feels like, my mama is the type, she always feels like she's right. I mean, me and my mom are cool, and I mean, like, I don't really have a problem with her, because at the end of the day, you can't just hold on to stuff forever and ever and ever and ever. But you know, I'm just mad. She wasn't the one who said like something went totally wrong with me. She just followed along with my auntie and went along with my auntie out of anger, and that pisses me off. But you know, it is what it is, and now I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right now. I'm good now. But it just took me a minute, and it took me a minute to want to talk about it, because at first it was like really emotional situation, and it's been like 2 weeks, so I've been having to take it in. It's been over 2 weeks. It's been like 3 weeks. No, it's been like 2 weeks and some days, because I had got out of the hospital like late in February, like the middle of February, like the 7th. I don't know, like 17th. I don't know, because it was I felt like it was the 20th, like right when I got out. So yeah, all of that happened. So yeah, it was hard for me to want to talk about it at first. So I was just like, it was really an emotional situation, because I was in hospital, and to be in the hospital by yourself, like, to be in the hospital and be finding out you're pregnant, you can't talk to nobody, to be going through all those emotions by yourself in your head, like, it was just a lot, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot. So I didn't really want to talk to nobody about nothing. Yeah, I'm really not gonna get into detail about what every single person played a part in, because I feel like you don't want to bash nobody. And at the end of the day, now I have a baby coming on the way, and my baby gonna have to talk to her grandma, gonna have to talk to the father, and all of that stuff. Yeah, but I mean, I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with everybody now, because I feel like I've definitely grown since I've had my baby. Because before, like, if you did anything to me, you know, me regular, if you did anything to me, I won't talk to you for like a long time or at all. But now it's just like, I'm very much forgiving now, because I feel like I just gotta be forgiving, period, okay? I shall forgive. But you know, you don't forget anything, and that's just, especially being pregnant, you don't forget anything. So that's kind of the hard thing, especially being pregnant. But I feel like I pretty much handle it good. I handle it good now. It took me a minute, but definitely took me a minute to want to do this video, because every single time I was thinking like I was pregnant, I was just like, oh my God. And I'm not where I want to be. And I feel like the only thing that's going to make me happy is getting to where I want to be at, period. In life, period. Getting to where I want to be on YouTube, getting to where I want to be with y'all. All of that. So, y'all, I'm going to take y'all on this journey with me. And Yes, I'm just gonna take y'all on this journey with me. Y'all will be going through everything with me, every single thing with me. I will show y'all my whole journey. This journey, my journey, and I'm showing it to y'all. I'm bringing y'all on my journey. So join the family, okay? Now we're our family, okay? Period. I'm a family with y'all. Well, me and Kalena and the baby is a family with y'all. But, so yeah, I'm going to keep y'all updated, and I will answer any questions. I will be doing a Q&A soon. And I'm going to probably do a Q&A by myself, and then... But before I even do a Q&A by myself, I think I'm going to do my video with Kalena. I don't know when that will be because Kalena will probably need her hair done. Because Kalena hates doing videos and stuff without her hair done.
And my clothes got to come in.
So, well, she just needs a cute top to come in.
Yeah, because
well,
whenever
you don't really
my clothes
see.
come in, y'all, that's when I'm going to do my hair.
So, yeah, that should be soon, though.
Like a week.
So, y'all will pretty much see us doing a video. And she will be telling y'all her reaction. And if she feels like her reaction is short, then she'll do her reaction and my mom's reaction in one video. But we will talk about that off camera, so I will let y'all know. You can put them together?
They're together.
Okay. So she's gonna do her reaction and my mom's reaction together. So yeah. And that's what I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna be taking y'all on my journey with me. Cause it's crazy, y'all. But y'all please don't think, if y'all know me in real life, please don't think nothing changed. And if you know me in real life, you should know nothing changed, okay? Every single goal I said I'm gonna reach, every single goal, anything I said I want to do, and if I want to do it, I'm gonna still do it, okay? And I'm gonna prove that, okay? Okay? I ain't sitting down for 9 months. I'm working for 9 months, okay? Period, okay? But I missed on 3. So, 6 months, okay? 6 months. Because 3 months, I really was sitting down and I didn't know it. I was sitting down for 3 months and I didn't know it. But I love y'all, and I hope y'all send me the same energy I'm giving y'all, because I'm telling y'all everything. But I'm gonna be taking y'all on my journey with me, and I will answer any questions and give me some more video ideas. I will be doing gender reveal vlog, baby shower vlog, all of that. That is coming. Yeah, but I don't know the gender yet. So yeah, I do not know the gender yet. I have not been to any appointment. I have an appointment scheduled, and it's this coming Tuesday. And it took me some weeks to be able to get in with an appointment. And I will actually do a video pretty much explaining everything that I want to do. And yeah, so I'll be doing those videos with y'all. Yeah. So I'm pretty much keeping y'all updated, and I love y'all so much. Kalena, tell them you love them.
Hi guys, I'm doing my schoolwork, and I love y'all.
We love y'all, and peace. And I'm about to do some schoolwork too, because y'all are graduating 3 months, 2 months, 2.5 months now. Like, period, okay? Period. Y'all, that was the best blessing. I ain't even kept to y'all, because oof, if I had to be while I was still in school, whew, that would have been a lot there. But I'm glad I graduated before I had my baby. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't want to get too into detail. And yeah, and peace.